Hello, and thank you for joining us here in Studio A in the School of Communication Media for another episode of Inside the Nest. I'm Matt Bruchez alongside Ryan Tullio, and what a week for Montclair State sports.
That's right, Matt. From action-packed basketball to a roller coaster of emotions on the soccer pitch, we have it all.
Oh, you mentioned it, the roller coaster of emotions. What an end to the women's soccer season.
Yeah, let's take a closer look at the NCAA tournament. Over Veterans Day weekend, women's soccer hosted the first two rounds of the NCAA Division III soccer tournament. The weekend started off with the reigning D3 women's soccer tournament champions, Christopher Newport, blowing out John Jay with a 6-0 win. The captains hit 18 total shots in the match.
Usually trying to put one inside, another good deflection, and it's put in the air, and another one!
Later that day, the Red Hawks took on Lynchburg Hornets. The game was scoreless going into the second half, and it wasn't until the 56th minute that Carrie Driscoll broke the drought with this header.
This time staying very close on Lecklider in that goal line. It goes over Lecklider and into the net. Oh my goodness!
That goal, in addition to Haley Martin's clean sheet, was the deciding factor that kept the Red Hawks alive in the tournament.
Figuratively, I wouldn't bet against us. I think we play hard. We've got a couple kids who can change a game, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity tomorrow.
With their wins, the Red Hawks faced Christopher Newport on Sunday. The captains struck first with a lucky goal past Haley Martin and added another goal off a header to defeat the Red Hawks 2-0. The reigning champions move on to the Sweet 16 and will face Trinity University this Saturday at 1 o'clock.
It was a pretty one-sided affair as the captains took down Montclair State 2-0, and it was a pretty good job by the back line by Christopher Newport.
Absolutely, of course. Slater, of course, McDonald leading the Chargers, Jaya Daniel, their sophomore goalkeeper, who faced a lot in the second half, but everything was to her. And Montclair State couldn't find a way to get past the keeper, and their season ends falling to the reigning national champs.
Yeah, it was a pretty busy weekend, but Montclair State's season comes to a close, and it was a great season nonetheless.
It really was, going down to Rowan in the NJAC Championship 2-1, and seeing their name called in the NCAA tournament bracket, getting to host as well was a big thing. But they say the state train is stopped right now, but they're going to keep rolling in the summertime.
On behalf of the network, thank you, women's soccer, for an incredible season. We look forward to covering your next historic run.
Speaking of historic, women's basketball is underway, which brings up the storyline we've all been waiting for. Nickie Carter on her way to 1,000 points.
What a move by Carter.
Alone a three, go!
Nickie Carter driving, and that's it! Nickie Carter hits the milestone! Wow! Nickie Carter!
Women's basketball is back in Red Hawk uniforms with two exciting home openers against Vassar and Ithaca College. They lost a chance at the NJAC title last season against NJCU, and they're back strong with their eyes on the prize. The newcomers held their own in the season opener versus Vassar. Forward Teresa Wallach had 8 points, 6 steals, and 4 rebounds, looking really strong with the ball. And freshman Isabella Orlando made a splash as a starter, getting 9 points in the team's 62-57 win. In her 32 minutes played, she went 3 for 9 from field goal range and 3 for 8 from beyond the arc. Overall, successful debut for the player from Middletown. Junior returner Megan Duffy had a team-high 17 points, looking really good in the paint, but also 3-point range.
Oh, it feels amazing. We worked so hard during preseason the last couple weeks that it really showed, especially in the last 5 minutes of the game, so this just feels so great.
We're still finding our way offensively. To be fair to them, we've worked on defense our entire preseason, and we worked on offense for about 3 days. So obviously we need to put a little more time in on the offensive end, but it was great to see them sort of dig a little deeper.
Senior Nickie Carter chipped away at 27 points she needed to be the 22nd woman in MSU history to score 1,000 career points. She scored 14 points on Tuesday's game, leaving 13 left for their game against Ithaca. In Game 2, Red Hawks struggled to keep up with the number 20 ranked Bombers. Carter had 7 points in the first half while the team trailed 33-21. The second half wasn't much better. 72-48 was the final. The Red Hawks were out-rebounded, and they left 8 points on the board from missed free throws. It was a frustrating loss, even when you're playing a ranked team. With 5:21 left in the game, Carter drove the lane against 2 defenders to hit 1,000 points.
Left from McRae. Nickie Carter driving, and that's it. Nickie Carter hits the milestone. Wow, Nickie Carter has just etched her name into the history books for Montclair State University.
With the milestone in hand, Coach Harvey took Carter out of the game in what was in the end of a losing battle. It was bittersweet for Carter as the Red Hawks lost.
It was definitely exciting. I feel like I was in my head a little bit trying to get it, but I'm happy that it's over with now. I never have to think about it again, but it's really cool. It's exciting to be part of a team that allows me to do so well. I'm not that many people have gotten it, so it's really cool to be part of such a high-level group of people. So yeah, it's really exciting, and I'm just honored to be part of a team that allows me to. I knew there was a lot of people coming to support me, so like that made me even more excited and wanted to get it for all my friends and family that came. And it's just awesome having such a good support system. People that graduated 2-3 years ago coming back to see it, like that's awesome to see. So it just shows like the culture we have and what a great support system it is. So 4 people came in, she said, leave Nickie. So obviously I knew everyone was just waiting for me to get it. So I was like, oh my God, like I need to get it. And she kept asking me what offense I wanted to run. And we were just trying any play we could get for me to score. It wasn't pretty, but we did it. I don't think that's a reflection of my other 1,000 points before, so we're just going to put that game behind us. I'm glad I did it. I feel great about it, and we're just focused on the rest of the season.
Their next home game is against Stevens, November 19th. MSU lost to Stevens for the first time in 10 contests last season. That's a trend they'll want to put to a stop. For Inside the Nest, I'm Sophia Russo.
What a moment. And here joining us is Montclair State superstar Nickie Carter. Nickie, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, great. I mean, so we all saw the moment of when it happened. Take us through it. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, it was definitely a very big moment. It was awesome to have so many people there supporting me. A lot of my family and friends came, which was awesome. It was a tough game, and I didn't think that I was thinking about it, but I definitely was. So my game was a little bit off. So it was honestly a big relief to get it finally. And it's like really cool to be part of such a great group of people in Montclair State basketball history. So it's really cool. Yeah,
and there are only 21 other players. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that I wasn't really thinking about it really. And then once someone interviewed me and said you're only the 22nd player in history to get it, I was like that kind of really hit. I was like, wow, that's awesome to be part of such a talented group of people, and it's such a select few. So that really. I really felt good about that.
So looking back to your high school days, 5 years ago, you didn't reach the 1,000 mark in high school. Mm-hmm. So how, looking back then, did you feel that you would have reached this today?
Honestly, no, I never really thought about it. In high school, I didn't get it, so it wasn't ever something I thought about. And then when I came to college, I just I immediately stepped into a role of scoring on the offense. I'm really grateful that Coach Harvey gave me that green light since freshman year. I wouldn't have reached my 1,000 without that. So I just kind of stepped up to the role of being a scorer on the team, and then it just happened. So that was really cool to kind of see the payoff of just the way I play.
And obviously you're one of the most hardworking players on the team. Who inspires you to work so hard? And who are some of the players, or some of the people that have helped you get to where you are now?
I would say definitely from home. My trainer, Coach Carey, he has pushed me. I think the difference between high school and now is just kind of mindset, just confidence in my game. So that was a big difference between high school and now, and I definitely accredit a lot of my scoring to that, is the mindset. And just having such a supportive team, everyone on the team that I played with, it's just such a great culture, just a great support system. Coach, every single person I played with from my freshman year to now, they just support me in the offense. And it's just a good confidence booster having so many people around you that support you like that.
It just so happens you guys are facing a familiar foe with NJCU.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been looking forward to that game more than others?
It is definitely a good matchup. It's cool that we're starting off the season with that one. I think that'll be a good way for us to set the tone for the season. NJCU is a great team, and they've gotten a lot of recognition in the preseason. And I think it'll be good to go on their court and kind of set the tone that we could get that same recognition, and we should.
Now, we know you make a big impact on the team, but who else should we be looking at going forward in this season?
Kendall Hodges, 100%. She's really stepped up to a leadership position this year. She's a vocal leader. She leads on and off the court. She, on Friday against Ithaca, she was out for the whole second half, and like we really felt that difference. Like you just need her on the court. She controls the tempo. She plays defense. She's just a critical part of the team. I would say Teresa is going to step up to a big role this season. She's a great 5. She's going to be great on defense, and she scores in big moments. So I think she's definitely someone that's going to make a big impact as well.
What's next for Nickie Carter? 2000?
I haven't thought about that yet. I'm just happy with the 1,000 for now. I'm excited. I just want to, what's next for me? I want to win the NJAC. I haven't won an NJAC yet in my career, and I think this is the year to do it. So that's definitely my next goal.
Well, thank you for taking the time, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
The men's team also tipped off against Ithaca last Friday. Let's take a look. The men's basketball team welcomed the Ithaca College Bombers to the Panther Athletic Center for their first home game of the season. The team picked up where they left off last year behind the arc, showing off their high-tempo offense. 3-pointers were made by 7 different players, including this one by Kyrie Henry, who had a team high of 5 and it finished with 17 points. Kaleem Lambert kept the crowd alive and the team rolling with this 3. Montclair also saw success at the rim, including tough finishes by Keon Price, Samar Abdullah, and Mike Jackson. Speaking of Mike Jack, this filthy step-back 3 was the key moment that helped propel the Redhawks to a win. After the game, Kyrie Henry gave his thoughts on their home opener.
Man, that's just coach telling us to step out, shoot it with confidence, man. We put the work in 24/7, day in, day out. And, you know, we just got to step out and shoot it with confidence. My teammates set me up perfectly. You know, it was fair hard, run to the corner. Just nice spot up and just got to knock him down.
Sending it from the hardwood back to the pitch, Ian Chesney and his family have many ties here on campus. Ian, a current star defender on the men's soccer team, and his father, Rob, current athletic director at MSU, have a bond that is shared not only at home, but here on the campus of Montclair State. Our own Oscar Venegas has the story.
Soccer is a sport that requires hard work and dedication from its players. It's physically and mentally demanding, and it's definitely not easy. However, work ethic can only take you so far. When you combine that with elite coaching, that makes all the difference. And when your father is a Hall of Fame MSU soccer player, you have an advantage that others hope for.
Sophomore defender Ian Chesney has 2 elite coaches helping him develop his skills. One has introduced him to the game, and the other has been coaching him since he was about 10 years old. His coaches are Rob Chesney, who is Ian's father, and head coach Todd Smolte. There's no doubt that Ian is a leader on the field. He's always one of the most vocal players, which aids in communication among his teammates. However, like many greats, there's always a starting point, and Ian is no exception.
I think I gained a lot more confidence over the past offseason. You know, I got like 20-some games under my belt last year, which helped me get a lot of experience playing in college. College is a lot different than playing in club or in high school, so I think I got a lot of experience, which helped me build my confidence to lead the team better and help be a better teammate, which I think improves my game as well, just by gaining that experience.
His father and coach, Rob Chesney, is the director of athletics at Montclair State. He was one of the best soccer players for the Redhawks and was inducted to the Hall of Fame back in 2000. He also became a coach for MSU, being all-time winningest coach with 132 wins, 4 of them in the NCAA D3 tournament. His achievements made him the perfect coach for a young Ian.
When I was younger on a club team, he was my coach, so trained me in those ways. And then since over the years, when he has been my coach, we've gone to the field and we've done a lot of defensive stuff because he played center back in his day. But just defensive things. He knows a lot about the game. He's been around the game for a very long time, so he really helps me learn and pick up on things that I don't normally pick up on and help me just become a better defender.
I think initially, we were always, you grow up and you're pushing a little bit and you realize, hey, you know, I got to back up here and make it enjoyable and make it something that he wants to do, something that he sees the benefit of the work. We would go and we would get out there and do just some simple ball work, consistent, basic ball work.
Well, I've started to coach Ian when he was about 10 years old on his travel team. So the growth has been immense. You know, he's gone from a very small kid to, you know, 6'2", probably 190 pounds of muscle, and it's been pretty impressive. A couple of other guys went and played college at different other schools, and fortunately we were able to get Ian. So.
Ian's known Tumulty for years, but despite that, transitioning into college soccer was a different experience for him. He's learned a lot in the year and a half that he's been with the Red Hawks.
As a freshman, right, you walk into a team and you don't want to just kind of run the show, per se. And I think he's done it the right way. I think he's come in, he's kind of learned, he's watched from the older guys, and now he's proven that he's one of the top players, and he demands that they don't score on us, and you know, I think that's part of the reason that we've been so successful.
I think I've learned, you know, a few things in the past, you know, year, almost year and a half now. Definitely trying to learn how to be a better leader. I think Coach Tumulty has helped me in that way, like try to lead the guys, especially from playing in the back.
When he first was growing up, you know, I thought he was always one of the better players on the team, so he didn't have to work as hard. And I thought that would come to bite him eventually down his career, but he changed his tune. You know, when he committed to Montclair State, he was fortunate enough because he was able to watch from the sidelines as a young player, and he could see how hard some of these guys worked and their work ethic. And he decided, instead of to just come as a freshman, he transformed his body into his freshman year. So it allowed him to start right away, and it gave him a lot of success and it gave him a lot of confidence.
Ian Chesney is still only a sophomore, so it'll be interesting to see how far he'll go down the line. But there's one thing that won't change for sure, and that's his coaches. Rob Chesney and Coach Tumulty will continue to be in Ian's corner to make sure that he is the best player that he can possibly become.
I'm just going to try to, you know, do my best in my 4 years here and see where it takes me.
We're proud that he's here and he's playing and he's enjoying himself and he's made good friends and he has great teammates and he just likes being part of the team.
He's impressed me very much going forward, so I'm happy for him.
Zoinks, Matt!
Ruh-roh, Ryan. Sad to see the fall sports have come to an end, but we're looking forward to entertainment that the winter sports are going to bring.
Me too, Matt. And as always, follow us on Instagram at RedHawkSN and hit subscribe on our YouTube page to stay up to date on all your MSU athletics. And don't forget to check out any episodes of Inside the Nest you may have missed on Hawk Plus.
And that'll do it for us here at Studio A, or should I say the Mystery Machine. Thank you for watching this episode of Inside the Nest. I'm Matt Bruchez, that's Ryan Tullio, and we'll see you next week.